take a look at this thing. Got this at a thrift store, and it says DVD works, VHS doesn't. And it's not the most attractive looking thing in the world, but we'll see how it goes. Usually with these combo units, they're usually not really worth fixing unless it's something simple. So let's find out. Normally I would plug it in and test it out before opening it, but with a VHS it's not working. I'd rather it not eat the tape, or if it is going to eat it, I can stop it in time because I can see what's actually happening. So that we're going to open it first. The other problem is with this video is my capture card's not working, so I'm gonna have to do everything off this TV. So when it comes time, I'll focus the camera in on that. Alright, so I can zoom in if needed, or as needed. Please turn power on. Get a little light up there, and the display is really dim. I can barely see. You can kind of see it on the camera with the light turned down, but yeah, it's dim. And this is a new camera for me too, this one right here. So we'll see how this works out. Move that over in the frame a little bit. All right, so I guess let's try a DVD. And I don't have a remote for this, so this is going to be interesting. I'll be using AbFab as the test disc. Not because I don't like it, but because it is one of my favorite shows. Alright, so DVD seems to work. So I'm not sure what this black bar is. I have the volume turned down because, well, you know, YouTube. At first I thought maybe that was some kind of closed captioning thing that's just stuck, but I don't know, that looks weird because when you stop the DVD, it's still there. That's strange. Let me grab another TV, and we'll see if it's just the TV, because I haven't used this thing in years. Alright, so I switched to a new TV, and it looks like the bar is gone, so I guess maybe that'll be another video. So let's just make sure. DVD doesn't sound too healthy, but it's working. Turn the volume down. Alright, so DVD's working. Let's take that out. Let's see what the VHS does. Hopefully it's something we can fix, and it's not just bad heads, which is a good possibility. Might just need to be cleaned too. And we got nothing. There's no image. Fast forward. Nothing. Oh, whoa, oh, oh. So it is working. You know what? That's pretty cool. Usually these things, they have a hard lock where either the VCR works or the DVD works. You can't have both going. On this, let's see if I can turn this up. You flip that, and it goes between the two. I'm guaranteeing probably what happened was the guy at the thrift store, when they're testing these things, it was set to DVD, tested fine. He put, just like I did, popped the VHS in it and got no signal and said, well, VHS doesn't work. One thing I will say is that the playback's kind of kind of dirty. Maybe we'll clean the heads on it and see if it gets any better. Alright, so to clean a video drum, I've done this all my life. And I've just used a Q-tip with some rubbing alcohol. As pure as you can get. Unfortunately, all I have right here is 70% because of everything that's going on. It used to be dirt cheap to get a gallon of 99%, but not so much anymore. You can get it, but this gets me by for what I need. Now, I've always just used Q-tips, and I've got a lot of heat and comments for using Q-tips because you can damage the head, and it will also leave behind traces of the cotton or whatever fabric is on the end of the Q-tip. And that is true. You have to be careful about that. Generally, what I would always do is with an audio head, you can go in there and scrub at it a little bit. With a video head, you can't because, I don't know if you can see this, but at the very, I don't know if you can even see it on camera, they're just two little pieces and you can break them off very easily. So what I always did was wet the Q-tip and then kind of went in there with a very gentle spinning motion just to kind of wet it and just bump off any of the dirt that's on there. As far as here, a lot of times these ridges here, this is what allows air to run between the head and the tape, and it kind of keeps the tape attached to it but not stuck to it. And they can get gumped up as well, and you can just scrub at those with a with a Q-tip. There are other ways of doing it. Some people have said wax paper. I've never used that method, but what do I know? Some people say paper. Same deal. But what I'm going to try instead for today is I have a piece of cotton pad, and again, people are going to freak out because it's going to leave stuff behind, but again, I've been doing this all my life, never had a problem. Well, I guess I should probably put it on in frame. And what I'm going to do is just hold it not over where the heads are, but where those ridges are, and just spin it just to get any kind of grime or anything off of it and out of those. And then I'm gently going to run it across the heads, very gently. I'm not going to put really hardly any pressure. And I don't know if you can see that, but there's just a little bit of stuff that's coming off. I'm going to hit it with a little bit more ISA. Do it again. Before anybody freaks out, no, this is not the end of the video head. You got to be careful with what you do. Now the other problem is these heads do wear down over time. So it is possible that you just have bad video heads if you have a bad picture quality. You can try cleaning them all you want, it's not going to help. I used to have a mini DV camcorder that would work. You would clean the heads, it would work, and then it would stop working. And I don't know if that was, I don't know what that was. It was probably just at its limits. And since it was digital, it would either work or you would get a pixelated mess or nothing at all. And then video erase head. Oh, got crud coming off. Basically anything the tape touches, you need to clean off. And yeah, it is moving around because I'm blocking the light on the sensor. I'm going to clean up the cap stand a little bit. Looks actually really clean, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. The pinch roller actually looks brand new. Doesn't necessarily mean anything, but whenever you clean the pinch roller off, you're going to get, the cloth is going to turn dark. And that's just because you're taking off a layer, not only dirt, but you're taking off a layer of rubber as well. And I'll clean all this off. I'm not being too thorough with this because, well, I truly just don't care about this one. This one was just essentially a trash find. I don't really have any plans to sell it unless this actually made it look better. To me, it looks like possible bad video heads, and I don't want to pass that on to somebody else, and then, you know, they'll be upset, and I wouldn't want it if somebody sold me something and said, works great, but yet the video heads are shot. So let's give that a few minutes to, since this is only 70%, I'm going to give that a minute to dry. And you know what, let's clean this while we're letting that happen. I'm going to unplug this. Unplug it, and let's see if we can clean up that laser a little bit and see maybe if there's dust that settled on it. And with these, usually these are glass, could be plastic, but just a little circular motion on there would be fine. Just get the dust off. Alright, I think that'll be enough. One thing that's weird is when you push it in, it's usually they grab and pull, and this one just... Alright, so it is playing back. Let's rewind it to the beginning. Well, let's rewind and let's try the DVD out. The DVD is actually pretty good. Actually, I didn't hear as nearly as, actually almost no ticking. As you can hear, as it's focusing the lens, you can hear the lens bottoming out, or that was the tape. And I didn't hear any of that. It just kind of loaded the disc. No problems. We'll let that just play. Let's switch back over to VCR. Yeah, it still looks kind of cruddy. I might be able to go in and actually adjust things, although on here I doubt there's any pots. Not sure how that's coming across on camera, but it's not looking too great. It's not much better. There's still a lot of noise. I mean, it's not bad. It's totally watchable. You know, once we get into video, it looks absolutely fine. This isn't a you know, high-end VHS or anything like that, so you're never going to get great quality, but it is definitely watchable. That's still playing. Let's eject the DVD again and just see how it does picking the DVD back up. Let me move the microphone in closer. You can hear. Before, this thing was, if you didn't hear it on camera, it was popping and ticking when it was trying to focus on the disc. Now it's pretty normal. That's me. Still can't. But yeah, it's doing much better. So at least anything, clean the DVD part of it. So this was apparently just an easy fix. Not even a fix. It was just a setting. So maybe I'll give this to somebody if they need a VCR or something. Is it the best quality you could possibly get out of VHS? That's not saying much, but no, it is not. But is it watchable? Is it usable? Absolutely. For a collector of VHS, they definitely would not want this because, you know, they wouldn't use this in the first place. They'd use a good deck. But, you know, just as something to occasionally watch an old tape on, but also use DVDs, absolutely. So, yeah, I'll hold this and give this to somebody who needs it. Doesn't really need much else. I mean, I could go through this and possibly tweak it, but there's really no pots in there. I'd have to find old caps and it's just not worth it for this kind of thing. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Sorry, I thought this would be a little bit more fun, but it is what it is. So I'll catch you next time, and if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, again, leave them down in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.